Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
I've gone backwards and getting nervous.
gosh.
It's episode 27. Put your phone down, Joshua.
Welcome, everybody.
Yep.
This is episode 27.
27.
If you're listening to us, the ways that you can find us are iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, and YouTube.
Yep.
So if you want to watch us,
Or if you just drive by Josh's house, you can watch us do it through the window.
You can watch us through the window.
Yeah.
We promise not to get creeped out. And then we also have a phone number. If you want to text us or call us or send us a video message, you can do that. The number is 205-523-5934. And that's the end of that. That's everything you need to know about us.
That's it.
We'll wrap this one up now.
Yeah. It's good to talk to y'all.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good update. We literally just recorded one of these things
Friday.
and
here it is Monday.
And so we're kind of at a loss.
Because we're doing it early so that we don't do another one on Friday.
Yeah.
And it have to go up Friday.
Yep.
Trying to give you some time.
As far as editing goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're off all week.
I am.
So
Thank
that's
God.
cool.
Yeah. Till Friday. And then I got to go to work on Friday.
Oh. But that's a while.
Yeah.
My wife and daughter get back Thursday. So I'm on vacation too. But I miss them.
Yeah. This week we're going to talk about the fact that next week, we said on Friday that we were going to do it, but we're just introducing it this week. We're introducing that next week we're going to do a bracket challenge. We're going to start a bracket challenge.
Yep.
Yeah. And it'll be
and
college.
you guys will participate.
Yeah, you guys will participate. We'll have polls that go up on our Instagram where you will get to decide which one is better.
Basically, I get a vote, Josh gets a vote, and then the poll gets a vote.
Yeah.
So if we disagree,
it'll be decided by
you guys
the
decide.
fans.
Yep.
Yep. And so what the bracket will be, though, is it will be college football mascots.
Yep.
So
Football
every week,
season's already stupid anyway this year with COVID, so we figured we'd just
make it even
dumber.
Yeah. So it will not be anything based about actual sports.
Nope.
It is just the mascots.
Yep.
And the culture that surrounds them, maybe?
I'd like to keep it pure.
Okay.
Just mascot on mascot in an octagon.
Yeah. If you had, so we'll say, who's Alabama play this coming up week or in 2 weeks?
I don't have no idea.
Okay. So we'll say,
let's say it's
Florida.
Okay. It's not, but let's say it's Florida.
So you've got Alabama versus Florida. You have a big old elephant.
But see, we have to decide, is it a red tidal wave or is it an elephant?
I think it is whatever the animal is, unless.
What if it's Auburn? Auburn has a tiger and an eagle.
I mean, I guess matchup.
I guess we'll figure it out as we go.
It's an eagle and a tiger facing a big red wave and an elephant.
Yeah, I don't know. I think of a big elephant like riding a red tidal wave is
probably
undefeatable.
It's pretty close. I mean, how many national championships?
Right, it'd be pretty similar. It'd probably end up being.
But yeah, so. We'll put the schools up
we don't
and their
get
mascots
too into it right now. Or just introduce
but if there's a lot of things that can decide this, and we want to hear you guys' feedback too.
Yeah.
So when we put these polls up this next week, if you have any thoughts about any of the matchups, you want to say, hey, there's no way that a tiger could beat a gorilla. I don't think there's any gorillas.
I don't think so
In college sports, I don't really know that much about college sports.
I don't think there's any primates at all.
There might not. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why there wouldn't be.
Yeah. Could that be racist or something? Animalist? Speciesist?
No clue.
Oh, the NCAA is a bunch of speciesists over there.
Speciesists.
Speciesists.
Speciesists? Speciesists. That sounds...
Speciesists. It's just going to sound like we said the whole time.
But yeah, and so if you guys have, and look at the mascots too. If one of them's more cartoony and one of them's more realistic, that might sway your opinion.
So we're gonna look at like the on paper logo, That's gonna be taken into account.
Yeah.
Also, like the person in a stuffed out, like the mascot, the person as a mascot that runs around with the head or the.
I would say the only thing that would hurt that is most colleges have more than one person inside the mascot.
What?
Like week to week.
I'm not talking about the person.
Oh.
Like if one of them does CrossFit and the other one's an engineer student.
Yeah.
That doesn't take into account.
Okay.
I'm talking about the actual mascot.
Oh, got
Like
you.
the live thing
character.
the character.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
And so if it's we'll just say this now. If it's like a tiger versus a tiger,
yeah.
but one of the schools has like an actual tiger,
Yeah.
or the other campus has like a cartoony tiger,
Yeah.
that's going to take into account.
Yeah. Obviously the non-cartoony cat would win.
Not always, but it does give them a leg up.
Okay.
Because like Georgia has an actual bulldog, but I think a cartoon tiger would probably still take an actual bulldog. I don't know. We'll decide.
Yeah.
Yeah. And y'all will decide
we'll hash
too.
it out.
Yeah.
And that'll be, and so we'll try and go through.
We're not going to do the whole thing in a week.
No,
It'll
no,
be
no.
like
Yeah.
group per week or a round per week.
Yeah. And then we'll go through, and what'll happen is we'll have one full round, and then we'll come back the next week, and then you guys will decide the next week's matchups too.
Yeah.
So like if, Alabama wins this week in their round, and then Georgia wins in their round, then you guys will get to decide who wins out of those two too.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out as we go. But
Yeah.
we're just trying to add some fun.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of talking about politics and disease and
Last week we didn't talk about COVID at all.
Good.
I know.
Good.
This is hopefully the only time we mention it.
We
now.
need the whole country to do that for about 2 weeks, and we can get back to normal. My gosh.
I'm so sick of it.
Ugh.
Anyways,
Bars are opening back up here, though. That's going to save a lot of jobs
yeah,
and a lot of
marriages,
or ruin a lot.
either one, maybe.
Man, if
Yeah.
you look at the numbers on spousal abuse and child abuse, sky high from being stuck at home this whole time.
Yeah,
That's not funny, but you're laughing, so maybe it is funny.
it's funny because you had to say that it wasn't funny.
Well, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we could lose our sponsors.
yeah, we'll lose all of our sponsors.
Cheese Louise and
and
Mammoth
Mammoth,
have they told us to chill.
Yeah, we can't talk about all the spousal abuse.
Yeah, don't laugh at it,
Yeah.
Josh. Mammoth told you specifically not to laugh at
Yeah.
spousal abuse.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Anyway.
that'll be a
We're
fun.
gonna keep doing that. We're gonna start doing that, and we'll do other bracket style things with like fast food and
Yeah,
maybe movies or like TV shows.
Yeah.
Not that they fight each other, but
I mean they might.
maybe.
Like the cast of The Office versus cast of Parks and Rec.
Oh, or we do like movie characters, like Braveheart versus the Gladiator.
Yeah.
Dang.
Or like Superman versus
Yeah. Anything else, because Superman's indestructible.
Yeah.
Unless you're a kryptonite
the guy from Dances with the Wolves
Engineer.
versus Superman. Who wins?
Superman.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. He
didn't
barely
dance
beat
with the
Batman,
wolves.
and Batman's not even a superhero.
That's
He's just a
true.
rich guy with gadgets.
Yeah. And then they got all. They bonded because they knew somebody by their moms had the same name.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I
You
didn't watch the movie. I just don't want to see Ben Affleck as Batman.
He was a good He was
Whatever.
a great Batman.
Whatever.
He really was.
Whatever. First off, it doesn't matter. Superman is indestructible other than kryptonite. So your little bat throwing stars.
He had kryptonite.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Exactly. You got to watch the movie.
Nah.
You can't just go, I'd never win.
I'm a headlines guy. I don't get into the details.
Yeah, that's true. So,
I miss my wife and my daughter too.
Yeah.
They've been gone. They're coming back later on this week. So I'm just in a bad mood. So I miss them.
well,
And the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Just at a faster rate than ever.
Well, how
What
much
do you got?
money
Okay.
would it take you
Not much. Whatever it is, not much.
to donate sperm?
Sperm
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
and it could get
What's your-
used for real?
Yeah.
Like to make somebody else's child?
Yeah.
Am I on the hook for that child at all?
Nah.
$20.
$20.
I get, yeah.
I mean, it's just,
And I have to like go to the doctor's office and everything? Or
Yeah.
I can do like a 23andMe and do it at home
I don't
and
think,
send it
yeah.
in.
No, you gotta go to the doctor's office.
So gas money to get there. The 2.5 minutes it would take to. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The 30-minute. $50.
$50,
Maybe.
man. So
Not much.
mine's closer to 100.
I mean, I'd
That's my
take
number.
100.
Yeah, but like we're talking about bottom dollar.
$50.
I would see. Here's my thing, and I think this is where the difference is for me. Well, my number's twice what yours is in the back of my head for the rest of my life. All I would think about is I might have a kid out there,
But not really.
but really,
It has your DNA. in
it's
it,
your sperm.
but it's not your kid.
It is.
I mean,
And so in my head, I think $100 is where I'm like, I'm okay.
oh, so
I'm okay
like you're
with having
some moral high horse. It's $100.
It's $100,
Not 50.
Yeah, $100, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I can just throw that thought away
Yeah.
every time it comes up.
I
But
also got to think how fast I'd burn that $50.
yeah,
Probably that day.
on something for the food truck or
Yeah,
something like
God,
that.
yeah.
Wouldn't even be something fun.
Buy Anna some flowers.
Yeah,
And get lunch
buy her
on
some
the way out
flowers
of the
because
hospital.
yeah,
$50, I guess. I don't know.
$50,
$100, $50.
$100. What about donate a testicle? They go in
$50. I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, same.
$50.
Donating a testicle.
Yeah,
Just one.
just one. You get to keep the others. Yeah, however many you got.
I think it's 2.
Sometimes there's people with 3.
Yeah. That's weird.
I don't know if they work.
Did they put in a prosthetic?
Nah.
Oh, so it's just an empty bag.
Yeah. It's just-
You
got one in the bag.
Half a bag.
it's a speed bag at that point.
Oof. Full on under anesthesia surgery.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't want them to do it when you're awake, do you?
Well, no. I'm processing.
Okay,
I'm trying to add
process.
up some money here.
You don't have to pay for the surgery.
I know.
Okay.
A week's off of work, so that's $50 I'd make.
Because you couldn't go to the sperm bank that week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd have to account for the $50 you
No.
didn't make.
Yeah. If any of y'all were wondering if you own your own business and it's new, that's a pretty fair assessment on a week's worth of pay. So $50 worth of income. Is my wife cool with it?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
This is like I don't know, cancer research or something. It's like a good cause.
so it's not going to somebody. They're going to analyze.
I mean,
it.
maybe.
Med students are going to get to practice
Maybe.
on
Or
it.
maybe they do give it to somebody.
Who cares? Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
going to change my price of who gets it. I don't like surgery. Not a big fan of going under anesthesia. I don't recover well from surgery. But if it's like a dog getting neutered, they're up and at 'em in 3 days.
Yeah. I think it's more like, so if you get the snip, I think you're out for like 2 weeks.
To get not your tubes
Vasectomy.
tied. That's the vasectomy. I don't think it's 2 weeks. I think now it's they about can outpatient that thing.
Yeah, but
As far as like heavy lifting and stuff, you need
yeah.
to, but you can like function.
well, that's what I'm thinking for my job. I wouldn't be able to go to work for 2 weeks. I can't fight fire and be worried about if I'm going to pop a stitch down there.
Yeah, but if it's loose, you're probably not going to pop a stitch.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know how they do this.
So let's say 2 weeks off of work. So that's what $100 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's cool with it, and I can still use the other one full speed. Have $20,000, $10,000. I don't know, man. If it, I can only do it once, so it's not like I could keep doing this every 6 months.
What if you just started donating things that you had 2 of?
Yeah.
Like 1 week it's your testicle, the other
You can do
week
a
it's your kidney. Yeah.
I'd donate some teeth.
Some teeth.
Yeah.
1 ear.
If I could guarantee a good prosthetic, I'd give an eye up. Not for $10,000.
I was about to say
That'd
you'd
be a
be a
little
little bit higher than that.
Yeah. You could
So
take my toenails. So a testicle, Everything else is fine. It's
Yeah.
like a guarantee that I wouldn't have any problems from the surgery or anything. No, I think I'm underselling myself with 10. 25.
So the actual number is 35.
Oh, you can have them both for 35. 35,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have mine and yours for that.
You pretty much gave them a buy one get one half off.
Man,
If you were-
35,000?
If you were at 20 and then you said,
Yeah,
for 35, yeah, just go and take the
that's a $5,000 discount on the second one.
yeah. You just gave them. You pretty much gave them a ball.
Yeah, buy one get one
Buy one get one. So $35,000, which is crazy
for
because
one. Yeah, you can
if
have
a
one for
woman
that.
donates an egg,
Oh, that's high dollar.
yeah, it's like 30 to 50.
For an egg. You
1,000.
get one of those a month.
Yeah, 30 to 50,000,
Dang.
and we're giving up a whole ball that we'll never get back for 35. I guess they're just not as.
People don't need a bunch of balls.
I guess not.
But I guess eggs are a little more.
A little more fancy.
High in
Yeah,
demand.
it's like caviar.
Ooh, it actually. I mean, that's what caviar is.
Yeah. There you go.
35,000 for a nut.
Yeah.
Ain't a bad fee.
Would it change anything if it was just like a rich guy who was like, I just want one. I just want one to put in a glass jar and put it up on my shelf. Is your number still 20 for some reason? I don't know if it goes up or down for that. Same.
What somebody's gonna do with it doesn't
matter to
me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the check clears.
Yeah. As long as they're not like cloning you from it
I
somehow.
don't really care about that either. What, there's gonna be another one of me going around? Is he gonna start another food
You
truck
come
somewhere?
home and then he's just at
Oh,
your
if he
house.
takes my life over,
Well, what's going to stop him? Well, that's my clone. I'm
it's
sure
the-
that'll hold up in court.
I don't know how you clone somebody from a nut.
I don't either.
You could clone nuts, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't know what they can do with science.
Mm.
I'm not a
Is this one going to
scientist.
be E because we said nuts 12 times?
I think we're fine on that.
35? I'd do it for 35.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Here's another interesting. I love playing like what's your bottom dollar. So taking a punch from Deontay Wilder.
In the jaw?
Yeah. You just stand there.
Is he mad? How's
No.
his day been?
He's fine.
Okay. Do I have headgear? Doesn't matter.
No.
Can I put a mouthpiece in?
Yeah, you can have a mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece.
That's about all the protective equipment you're getting there.
Right. Can I lower the price if I wear a football helmet?
No.
Okay. Mouthpiece. He's in a good mood,
Yeah.
and he's going to just square up and hit me in the face.
hmm
So I'm going to have surgery immediately.
More than likely. More than likely broken jaw.
That takes a long, wired mouth shut.
I'm just asking, what's your
That'd
bottom?
probably
What's your bottom dollar?
Kill me.
What's your bottom dollar?
So Anna would get, and he's paying me.
Yeah, he's got cash sitting there. All his cash that he has sitting there.
To get punched by Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, it's a fun thing for rich people to do. All of a sudden, it's to just pay.
What's your number? I think mine's high, but
Mine's high. Mine's at least $1 million.
oh, I said 250,000
Oh wow.
in
Mine's
my head. I didn't say that, Deontay.
Deontay's like,
I didn't say
"Bet.
that.
Only 250? All right. I think mine's $1 million.
I don't know what the probability of me dying is.
It's probably relative. It's higher than if you just got in a street fight.
Imagine like what would happen to my face if I didn't wear a seatbelt in a car accident.
Probably worse.
Yeah, because it's localized to my cheek.
Yeah.
I'd be sipping out of a straw for the rest of my life.
At least a year.
$1 million. No, I wouldn't. So unless he got me in a cage,
if he walked up with $1 million in his hand and said, "Hey,
hit me,
I want to hit you,"
hit me. Yeah,
you'd let him for $1 million.
yeah.
I don't think that's unreasonable, because I've got to make sure that I'm set for the rest of my life after I get on disability.
Yeah.
For having
How
a
much
jacked up face.
how much does that Stephen Hawking computer where I have to talk out of a machine cost?
Does the number go up or down if you have to get into the ring with him?
For what?
A round. One round. Let's be honest, you're not going to last a round.
The money, I have to make it through the round to get the money, or I just have to go in?
You have to go into the ring and actually box.
I would much rather get in a ring with him than just stand there with my hands in my pocket.
I don't think it's going to make a ton of difference.
No, it won't, but I could at least like put my head down or something, or throw an arm up and he'll punch me through my elbow.
I think once it feels like a cinder block just got shot out of a cannon at your rib cage, you're not going to tuck your chin.
No, but basically you just said, would you rather him just crow hop and hit you in the face for $1 million, or him break all your ribs for $1 million?
And the rest of you.
Oh, no, but I'm done.
Because he's going to...
No, if he destroys my ribs, it's not an MMA fight. Once I hit the ground, he has to back off.
Yeah, but you know how fast his hands are? He hits you in the ribs with the left and then comes around with the right while you just go, oh, he gets you right in the... I mean, he's... Either way, he's doing the...
No, I get that.
He's doing more damage.
I'm not winning.
Well, I know you're not winning.
I could at least try and get a glance of one.
I don't even think you get a glance.
But other than just standing there straight-legged, like sitting in a chair with my hands in my lap and he gets to punch me in the chin.
I think you're better off getting punched in the chin than if he has the ability to knock you one in the ribs and then bring that right around and do the exact same thing that he was going to do to you if you were just standing there.
I can fall pretty fast.
I can fall pretty fast.
Yeah.
That's your defense.
I would just get on my hand.
I would fall pretty fast.
I would just curl up in a ball and then he punched me once I'm out.
Yeah.
Because if there are no rules on like...
Oh, you would have to like act like you're a part of it. No. You have to act like you're a part of it.
Yeah.
You couldn't just go... Oh.
I do this.
And then the first thing he's getting is your ribs.
Good. And then
once you go,
I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would much rather get punched in the stomach than the face by a heavyweight champion.
I think he's going to do both. I think as soon as he hits you in your stomach, you're dropping your guard and he's going for your face.
Not if I know I'm not having to like continue. If it's just all you have to do is get on the ground, I'm going to tie my hands around my head and just let him punch me wherever. And then I'm on the ground.
So it's the same outcome.
That's fine.
Except he gets more punches in this way.
No, but he might get a hit on my face, but my arm's going to be in the way.
Maybe.
Saying.
Who knows?
I'm just saying. Now, this is a caveat to that.
Uh-huh.
How much money would it cost? But it cost Deontay Wilder the money.
Mm-hmm.
But if he deceases you, he doesn't have to pay you. So, like, if you say...
I'm not getting in the ring.
Exactly. That's what I'm... No, I just mean one punch.
Yeah.
Just one punch. It's like, all right, it's going to be $10 million unless he kills you. Then he gets all his money back. What number would that be?
There ain't no number.
$1 billion.
There ain't no number.
Yeah, because he'd come from Mississippi with that punch. Come down from the Gulf.
Yeah, he's getting you, bro. He's hitting you harder than he's ever hit anybody in his life.
It's one punch, but if he kills you, he doesn't have to pay anybody any money.
Because even if he doesn't kill you, you're not walking away from that.
Yeah. Okay, I got $100 million, and my eyes don't ever open again.
I'm a vegetable.
Yeah. I'm plugged into a freaking USB outlet for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
There's no money.
Because there's no coming back from that. Like, at least if he's just like, I'm going to punch this dude in the face, he's going to punch you. But he's not going to punch you with the intensity that if he doesn't have to pay you, he's going to hit you with everything.
That's why I added that caveat. So no, you wouldn't do it.
No. Is there a number you would do it for?
No.
Okay.
No,
I was just making sure you were like, oh yeah, 10.
Would you go around a UFC round with the female featherweight belt holder? She probably weighs like $105.
Would I do it for fun?
No, the amount of money. Yeah. What would your pay have to be to get in a UFC ring with the featherweight female champion? But it's UFC, so you could just try and like strangle her to death.
Yeah.
Like,
At 105, she's gonna be fast though.
I'm just saying.
I
I
know.
just meant
I'm just- I'm
featherweight,
talking-
just as she's not some like muscled up.
I got you.
185.
I'm just talking through this too.
Yeah.
So at a featherweight, so if she's at 105.
Whatever the
she's-
smallest
yeah,
UFC.
she's fast.
Well, yeah, she's
'Cause-
faster than lightning.
Yeah, because at that weight limit,
And you're not going to go to jail because she's a girl. And all that's aside. Just
yeah, fantasy money.
do you want me to look it up and show her to you?
No.
I
fine
wanna
with
look. I just wanna see.
Okay, you can pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm saying 100,000. I think 100,000 would be a good number. Like, it's probably not my lowest number.
$100,000.
It would be a good number.
What would it be if you had to beat her? And if you don't win, you have to pay her that money.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
No, but you have to.
You have
Your family's
to,
hostage.
$1.
No, your family's hostage.
Yeah, $1. Because then if I beat her, I only have to
yeah,
pay
I
her
didn't think
$1.
that through. That's
And then
right.
if she beats me, whatever. I got $1.
Let's see what we got here. Minimum weight, women's. Ooh. So straw weight.
Straw. That makes me feel better than
Well, hold on.
lightweight for some reason.
So straw weight, there is no minimum. The max you can weigh is 115.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to look up UFC straw weight. Because we used to do this thing in high school. This chick's name she's from China.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do this thing where we had this buddy who was on the basketball team. He was pretty good at basketball. Didn't like go to school to play basketball, but
Yeah.
he was our buddy. And especially when we get to drinking, we'd ask him like, you don't know who Candace Parker is, do you?
Mm-mm.
She's like the best women. Do you know who Brittany Griner is? The black girl that can dunk. Mm-mm. She's in the WNBA now. She played at Baylor. She can dunk.
Yeah.
And he would say he could beat her at pickup. Still.
Like a game
Just
basketball.
him. Yeah.
I used to do that with Rhett and Obasahan. I would say, hey, who you think would win? Just me and you. Like one-on-one. And then it would be the Nick from New Girl thing. Like, no, like in a game of basketball. Who do you think would win? He'd be like, me, bro. I'd be like, but no, like if it was me and you and we were playing basketball, who would win?
She's mean looking.
Number one?
Yeah.
How much does she weigh?
Less than 115. Because that's the max you can weigh. But she's 21 and 15. Like that's her rank.
She's 115 pounds. She's 5'4".
So she's little.
She's got 21 wins, 1 loss.
I thought she was 21 and 15.
This says 21-1 MMA professional record.
Oh, wow.
21-1.
But she's beating up other 115-pound women.
Still though.
What do you think? If you lose, you don't get $1.
Oh, if I lose, I don't get $1?
You have to beat her.
Does she know that?
Yes.
I don't know why she would take it easier on me.
You have to beat her. If you win,
I don't think I can win. That's what she's trained to do. I know that
Okay.
she's the smallest in
but
you know,
that is her job.
that's her job. If it was like, hey, if you can put this fire out faster than her, like, oh yeah, I've got that. But if I've got to fight, that's what she does for a living.
You have to make a round. You have to make it through a round.
Oh, 1 round? That's like 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
I could do that.
3 minutes. But if she loses, they kill her whole family.
If she loses 1 round,
If you win, you get whatever money, whatever.
I think
number.
I would lose the fight.
No,
I don't want
what's
her
your
whole
number?
family
What's
to
your
die.
number? What's your number?
If her family
But
dies,
you don't know that.
I don't
they
know.
just tell her that. They whisper,
I know it though, and I can't go back.
They whisper that in her ear
as she's walking
coming
into
up.
the ring.
and you just think it's
$100,000.
So if you last a round, you get $100,000. But she knows that if you make it around, they kill her whole family.
She's gonna beat the crap out of me, dude.
You think?
Absolutely.
Dang.
She's gonna do everything she can to win. Think about how many times she's gonna hit me below the belt just so that I go, and then she can get some punches in.
No, she didn't get to punch you in the nuts. UFC,
No, they don't get. You're not supposed to, but you can get a warning.
But
that's a warning.
They DQ her if she just went straight for them.
You don't get DQ'd if you do it one time.
You get DQ'd on the second one.
Okay, but she does one time. I would do it one time.
They still kill her family if she.
Okay.
If the only
she's still gonna hit me in the nuts once.
She has to stop you legitimately, not from a DQ.
Yeah. You don't think she's gonna punch me in the nuts one time, and then for the rest of the fight, I'm just gonna be like in my stomach.
Okay, to take that away, if she gets a warning, they kill her family too.
Okay, $100,000, but she's gonna kill me.
Dang, then why don't I say like 50 million then?
She's still it don't matter.
It could be $1.
It could be $1. She's gonna win.
What if it's just whoever wins the thing gets $100,000? She probably needs it. I don't know how much straw weight women UFC fighters. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's people that don't, but
yeah, 100,000. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're a little different because I think I could squish her. Like, she'd probably beat the tar out of me, but I think I could just mash her.
I don't think you're going to have the chance.
I don't know. I don't either.
She's going to be so fast. She's going to punch you 5 times before you know it that she punched you the first time.
Yeah, you're right.
She's going to be fast, quick. She's going to know where to hit you. She's going to know how to hit you. This is what all she does for a living.
That's her only chance
every day.
Because if I get my arms around her, I'm just going to squeeze her
every day. That's all she does.
I know. I get that.
She is trained to kill you.
And I only got about 18 seconds in me. I'd run out of gas quick.
Yeah.
So it had to be fast.
Because they're not like, hey, in 2 years you're gonna have to fight this girl. It's like they pull you off the street and say,
now
you got to fight this girl tomorrow.
Nah. I couldn't. I'd throw up immediately. They'd ring the bell and I'd be gassed.
Well, you think you had a year to prepare for this fight or something?
I don't know.
In one reality?
Well, she's a part of Black Tiger Fight Club.
That sounds horrible. That sounds like she's going to kill me.
Man.
California.
The great beacon of light that California is.
From sea to shining sea.
God.
Except if we could cut California off.
Our moral compass as a nation.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So California passed into law
for the whole state.
For the whole state, it was SB 145, where it states that, and this is what there is some confusion going around right now because a lot of people are thinking they're legalizing this.
Yeah.
They are not legalizing.
They're
pedophilia.
just downplaying the criminalization of it.
Yeah.
Downgrading.
Yeah. And so now, if you have sex with a minor, which is characterized between the ages of 14 and 17.
So what's a 13-year-old? A super minor?
Yeah. I just see like
extra minor.
I just saw like Captain Underpants for a second, like a super minor, like it's a superhero that's
Captain Underpants
a minor.
Would probably fall into this law.
He probably would.
Yeah.
He probably would.
I don't know how old he was.
He's a kid. No, he's a kid.
I didn't do Captain Underpants.
No, he was an adult. He was the principal. They like
and would run around in his underpants.
Yeah, there was kids in the school that like
I figured there's a reason
hit him on the head or something, and then he thought he was a superhero all of a sudden.
So Captain Underpants is a mentally handicapped adult that runs around in his underwear with kids.
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't get into it. That's probably what this law
seems
is
like
based
something
off
you would
of.
like.
My gosh.
So, anyways, SB 145 states that if you have sex with a minor between the ages of 14 and 17, you do not have to sign up for the.
Well, you don't sign up for it.
Well,
you don't get put in the database of a sex offender.
Yeah, you're not considered a sex offender. You're not putting your name on the list as long as you are within 10 years of that age, whatever that age is. So if it's 14, it's 24.
So an example. Last year in California, if you were 25 and had sex with a 14-year-old,
15-year-old.
No, last year before this got
Yeah,
passed. So in the real world, like it should be, if you were 25 years old and had sex with a 14-year-old, you would go to, it'd be a felony,
Yeah.
child sex abuse, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
You'd be a pedophile.
You'd be in the database and in prison on a felony charge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're 25, I guess I should have done it different. Yeah,
it's fine. If you're 25 and you had sex with a 15-year-old,
you get a misdemeanor charge only.
yeah, and you're not
Good
on
job,
the you're not on
California.
the sex offenders list,
Good job.
which is ridiculous.
That's gross.
To think that if I came home and I had a 15-year-old daughter.
You just came home and had a 15-year-old?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happened with a 5-year-old. I came home and had a 5-year-old all of a sudden. So
True. Yeah. Man.
if I had a 15-year-old daughter,
yeah.
and there's some 25-year-old that coaxed her, because that's a big part of this.
Right.
Is we're not talking about the grooming of a child. You have a 25-year-old and a 15-year-old. And a 25-year-old is grooming a 15-year-old into having sex with them. Because
if you can show that she consented in any way,
then you're off the hook.
well, you get a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
It's like paying a freaking
You
traffic
got to
ticket.
go do community service or whatever after I whoop your A.
And you'd go to jail longer than he would.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, the fact that this is, and it's what they're saying is this is taking away the discrimination, because you can discriminate.
Well, so this is the foot in the door of there's a movement
Oh yeah.
of saying that pedophilia is the same as like LGBTQ, transgender. I was born wanting to have sex with children.
Yeah.
I identify as a child, so I should be able to do stuff with children. It's the first step towards legalizing that.
I've been saying that for years. I have. No, I have. I've been saying.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be funny.
No.
Like
I've been saying for years that
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at this.
this is like all these things that are happening is a foot in the door to these things that we don't want.
I'm getting fired up. I'm gonna sit up now. I
Like,
can't just lay back with my pillows on me.
You let some of this stuff slide.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you've got to open up the door to everybody else who said, well, if love is love,
Love is love.
if love is love,
God help us
then I love a 12-year-old. Because this is going to start the trend of, right now it's 13 to 17.
Right. Or 14.
Yeah.
to 17.
Yeah. And I would assume, I haven't read that much into the law, but I would assume if they are under the age of 13, that it is still a felony and you still have to get your name on that's what I take away from this amendment to this law. But that's just going to open the door for people who have sex with 12-year-olds to go,
14, 12's the same. But
yeah,
who are you to tell me who I can't and can't coerce into sex?
love is love. It's a foot in the door to a slippery slope.
The worst part of it, obviously the worst part of this is the pedophilia, but
It's the worst part.
the worst part of this is the pedophilia. But this was a state amendment.
Yeah.
So the state Senate, state House.
It was 6-2, the vote.
So out of the 8 voted for people in office, 6 of them thought this was a good idea.
Yeah. Well, and they're saying it's so that you don't discriminate. So you can't discriminate because once your name gets put on the list, I'm pretty sure you don't come off of it.
No.
And so they're saying you can't discriminate against these people in, I guess, business or whatever else. Like, because also I think if you move into a neighborhood and you're on the sex offender, I think this is for Alabama. I don't know about California. In California,
I'm sure they're different.
They're probably different. But
Probably.
in Alabama, I think you have to come around and at least let people know that you moved into their neighborhood.
See,
as a pedophile.
I've always heard that growing up, and like you can go and look, but
You can go and look. Yeah,
I don't know. I've never done it.
I know you can go and look because I've looked at it before just to make sure I wasn't on there.
That there wasn't some messed up paperwork.
Yeah, some messed up paper because you never know with the government. I could have been applying for a title to a car, and then they took it as sex offender paperwork.
And so at the same time that probably in California, the same people are trying to make it to where you can go to jail if I call you a dude instead of a chick, and you have a beard and a goober, and I don't call you a girl, I can be fined for that. But I also... You could get in more trouble calling a girl a guy than you can having sex with a 14-year-old. In their world. Mm-hmm. In their perfect world.
Which, I mean, but okay, so that flies for California, but it doesn't fly for the rest of the U.S. Because if you look at what's happened in the past 2 weeks with the Netflix documentary Cuties.
It's just a movie. It's not a documentary.
It's just a movie? I thought it was a documentary.
It's a movie.
I thought it was a documentary about little kids that...
Nope.
Wow.
It's called Cuties. So some chick came up with this and people filmed it and she won the Sundance Film Festival Awards for it. Netflix thought it was a good idea to buy the rights for it. It's called Cuties. Please don't watch it. Because you could probably get in trouble for watching it. Because Ted Cruz out of Texas, the senator, he's getting the Texas Attorney General to like investigate if it's child porn.
Yeah, because they sexualize.
So it's a, I'm gonna try and say it, Senegalese, somebody from Senegal, which is in Africa.
Yeah,
it's an island off Africa, I think.
Or
anyway.
African.
It's a Senegalese born, like 12 or 13-year-old girl. Her and her family, they're Muslim. Mm-hmm. So real conservative.
Yeah.
They moved to Paris. And the girl, she hates her strict parents and she wants to express herself. And like down the street or down the hall, if they live in an apartment complex or whatever, there's a little girl twerking dance group thing. She wants to join it.
Yeah.
And this is what I read from a critic who loved it, thought it was excellent.
Okay.
Said it was a dive into the play between family values and expression and womanhood and feminism, and don't tell me what I can wear and shake in front of people. Like, y'all are little girls.
So it's like Step Up, but for 12-year-olds.
Yeah. And it's real. Netflix already got in trouble because the movie, like it won all the Sundance crap this year, which that usually means there's no rules. People that win those usually have pretty weird ideas. Anyway, it won all those awards, got picked up by Netflix. Mm-hmm. Well, the poster for the original movie at Sundance just has like normal clothed girls dancing behind like a street of glitter. Mm-hmm. Netflix put them in like crop tops and mini skirts for their poster.
Yeah.
And they've already changed the poster back and took the word twerking out of the description because they caught so much flack for it. We were looking at it. Netflix stock is down 12%
in 2 weeks. That's a massive drop.
Hey, that means people don't like it.
Yeah.
You don't drop 12% in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If it's like, oh, there's just some people that are being old, stuck up people about it.
Because that means what happened is your investors
said
we're out.
But the thing, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if the only reason these people don't like it is because there were people that were upset about it, and it's going to lose them money, y'all should not want to have this. Yeah. It's not that it lost you or made you money.
It's a good time to buy Netflix stock, though.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
God. They're cursed.
It's a great time to buy.
Yeah. I wouldn't put a nickel in it.
Yeah, but I mean, it just goes through this. It's a slippery slope. It's like the Ravi Zacharias quote that says, "Sin will take you farther than you want to go, keep you there longer than you want to be, and always cost you more than you wanted to pay."
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like
Lies.
it's bringing us into this era of where we're going to go further than we want to go to appease people, and we're going to be there longer than we want to be.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost us a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to cost us. I mean, think about all the, 13 to 17-year-olds that are essentially being molested, coaxed into a relationship with somebody who's 10 years older than them.
Yeah.
And then they're having their way with them, and they're not being protected.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about feminism and like standing up for women's rights and all this other stuff, well, there's just, 14-year-old girl that's being taken advantage of, and we're just going.
Because it's the same people that'll say that, like, a dude ought to go to jail for catcalling a girl on the street.
Yeah.
Go have sex with a 14-year-old. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Like, if you think some dude's going to catcall some chick on the street but not take advantage of reduce down to a misdemeanor with a child, it's not that those two things are like the same. Obviously, they're not. But you can't demonize men for doing things that you think are like toxic masculinity, and then also just strip all the laws we have that have to do with that kind of stuff.
And to me, it's I've said this for a long time, is where's the line that we're not going to cross?
There's not one.
So you start with, you say that's okay. All right, cool. So now people who get sex changes, oh, now you got to call them this. Okay. Well, now you've got pedophiles who are saying, hey, we have rights too. Okay. Well, where do we stop going down this direction?
Yeah. There's no way to stop.
And it sounds ridiculous. You take it all the way to the end. It's like, oh, well, you could, punt a baby and nobody cares. Yeah.
You can kill one now.
Yeah. Well, not one that's been born.
They have partial birth abortions.
Partial birth abortions, yeah.
So
But it's ridiculous. I mean, you take it, because you've got to take it all the way to one end to see where is the end?
Yeah.
People who want to have multiple wives. Oh, okay. Now it's fine because, well, the way that I love these two women, you can't tell me is any different than the way that one guy loves one woman.
Yeah. Or
a tricycle, or I mean, because there was a.
You talking about a bike, or are you talking about relationship?
No, a bike.
Okay.
There's a woman in the UK, I think, that she is sexually attracted to Ferris wheels.
Yes, she's mentally handicapped.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, you can get married to a Ferris wheel now, and then that's your partner.
TLC had one of those where a guy had sex with his car.
Yep.
All the time.
Exactly. Same thing. I mean, where do you end it?
And it's y'all are white Christian conservative men. Of course you're going to say that. I'm just telling you, it doesn't take a certain type of person to look at this, and if you get too far along into this to where you're like, no, we've got to draw the line here.
Yeah.
You're surrounded, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Well, when you draw that line, somebody's just going to come with your logic that you've already created and go,
yeah,
well, but I have rights too as a lover of animals.
Yeah.
I want to be married to my dog and do the things that married people do. There was a video that I watched recently this week by a guy whose username is The Amazing Atheist. And it was like a 15-minute video where he just rails on firefighters.
But that's his thing. He just
Yeah.
picks something that's
He
going to
picks
cause
something and
problems.
rails on people. Yeah. But so a couple of things that he said, he's got charts that show the number of fires over the past 20 years has gone down, but the number of firefighters has gone up. And he's like, why do we have all these extra firefighters if we're not fighting more fires? Which is ridiculous.
Yep.
Another piece that he adds in there is
I only got through the first half of it because it was just so stupid.
well, he talks about he said we have redundancies in the current system.
Yeah.
Because when you call 911, you have EMTs that show up on the fire truck. Well, then the ambulance shows up and they have EMTs. And he was like, it's redundant. We don't need all these people. We don't need 15 guys at your house if you're having a medical emergency, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if I'm having a heart attack,
Yeah.
I want them there quick.
Right.
Because the way that Tuscaloosa is set up is you're 3 to 5 minutes away from any emergency. So that's where all the stations are set up. And then the paramedics in the ambulances usually get there after we get there.
Yeah.
So if I'm having a heart attack or if my dad's having a heart attack or something like that, I want you to be there the fastest. Whoever can get there the fastest. I don't care if some guy in an F-150 shows up. If he got there fastest and he has the knowledge to help me out,
Yeah.
that's who I want there. Also, fires have went down over the past 20 years
Good.
because of the things that firefighters are doing. We're teaching fire prevention. We're putting smoke detectors in houses. We're putting fire suppression systems in houses.
Yeah.
So a lot of fancy houses now actually have sprinklers in them. And so we're trying to get the number of fires down. Do I love going in fires? Absolutely.
Oh.
That's the most fun thing in the world. It's so much fun.
All right.
But we're doing our job.
Yeah.
And you want us to get there. If we're increasing the number of firefighters, it's a reason.
Yeah.
Because fires are burning hotter, they're burning faster.
Mm-hmm.
And most people are found, if you find a body inside a house, they're usually 6 feet away from the exit. They're 6 feet away from being saved. And so if I get there 10 minutes faster because we've got more stations, we got more firefighters, you can't tell me that you didn't want me to get there faster to save your family who's 6 feet away from the door.
Yeah.
You know? And
But also, this clown on YouTube, I'm really not going to take his advice on anything other than what cartoon to watch today.
what anime?
Which type of cereal goes best with your mom's basement and Xbox.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing I'd listen to him about.
Uh-huh. He looks like
his main specialty is how to live your life with a bunch of mental problems without taking medicine. That's his specialty.
yeah. Well, how to get some subscribers off that too? Because he had a million.
He has 1 million subscribers.
He has 1 million subscribers,
which is just insane.
Yeah, but also, so we're also responding to different calls too.
Yeah.
Like the fire department, we're getting more specialized. So hazmat calls have went up.
Yeah.
High angle rescue calls have went up. Swift water rescue calls have went up. Diving rescue calls have went up.
Right.
Like all these things that we're doing to help out. Like 80% of our calls are EMS calls. So we have more people to respond to more of those incidences. Mm-hmm. You don't want somebody showing up to hunt oil who's like a big oil refinery here in town. You don't want 3 guys in a truck showing up going, I don't know, what are we...
Or an ambulance showing up.
Yeah. And going, well, I don't really... I mean, I guess we're just going to stand here and see what happens. Because there is stuff over there in Hunt Oil that if it blows up, 10-mile radius is gone.
Yeah.
And you want just some untrained... It just is little people...
paramedic.
Yeah. You want just some guy who just barely passed the class showing up and with 2 other guys, or do you want a full response?
Well, it's just the dudes that it's basically all like clickbait stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Let's not even talk about all the wildland fires that happen.
Right.
Like half of California is on fire.
Yeah.
But let's cut back on the firefighters.
Yeah. And he was mad mostly about how they're heroes. It's because he's not a hero to anybody. He doesn't have any heroes. He probably had a terrible upbringing.
Yeah, he probably got beat up, and then the guy who beat him up in high school is now a firefighter.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he sees him on Facebook.
And has a hot wife with a good family, and he's successful.
Yeah.
And this
he just,
clown. We were talking about earlier, I'm trying to be nicer.
Yeah. Seems
But-
like it.
I'll never say a nice thing about you, whatever your actual name is.
Yeah.
You redheaded idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We talked about pedophiles. I'm just
he's
mad.
really good. I'll tell you what he's probably really good at is growing a neck beard.
Yeah.
He's probably got that down to a science.
And he knows how to shave half his head.
Yeah, he also
Really good at that.
He looks like the guy who calls at 2 a.m. for toe pain. Like I would show up at his house at 2 a.m. because he's called 911 because his toe hurts.
Or he said, I ate 6 bags of Doritos and had 14 Mountain Dews. My heart's
stomach,
racing.
yeah, my stomach hurts.
Somebody help me.
Yeah, and then we show up and he's pissed off because probably,
Yeah.
somebody might have made fun of him while they were on the call or something. I don't know. But
Seems like a bit of a Satan worshiper too.
he's an atheist.
Yeah.
That's in his name. So
Maybe. That's just also clickbait stuff.
yeah, that's probably true.
He didn't make any friends at church growing up, and so now he thinks God's stupid. It ain't hard to figure out these kind of people.
Yeah. But yeah, that video is just ridiculous. I mean, it felt like a lot of emotion based. He had some statistics up there, but they were like, he gives you like half the information.
Well, fires are up or fires are down. There's more firefighters. That's wrong.
Yeah. But
Well, if you just look at those two things.
yeah, you don't look at the fact that fires burn hotter, faster. Also, this is something a lot of people don't know. Like 20, 30 years ago, most fire departments didn't wear air packs to go into fires.
You're talking about like oxygen?
Yeah. Well, and so it's not actually oxygen; it's ambient air. So we don't carry like tanks of oxygen.
It's like a CPAP machine.
Is that what CPAP is?
CPAP blows air into your face.
Oh yeah.
That you suck in.
So this is
It's not a CPAP, but
it's positive pressure. And
that's okay. CPAP is something positive air pressure.
yeah. So
Controlled positive air pressure is CPAP.
this doesn't let air in until you breathe. So it's not continuously just flowing oxygen in your SCBA.
My CPAP blows air out of the release valves until I breathe in. But it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
I bet I could run in a fire with a CPAP and make it further than without one. I don't have any stats to back that up, and it would probably melt to my face because it's rubber.
Well,
But
also a big thing is a lot of people don't think about. There was this. It was called like Rescue Air or something like that came out not too long ago. That was just like a thing that you put in your mouth and it's got a little air in it. Well, when you're running through smoke, that smoke's burning the fire out of your eyes. How are you gonna make it through? Like that's why ours covers all of this. But so the CPAP might not work for that. But
no, mine doesn't have a face shield on it.
Yeah, so 20 years ago, SCBAs, which is self-contained breathing apparatus, which is what we wear, air packs and face mask, they weren't really a thing because not a lot of stuff was made out of plastic like back then. And so you were actually looked at as a wussy if you did put an air pack on and go in, which is ridiculous.
Good thing that's changed.
Yeah, good thing that's changed. But now everything's made out of plastics. And what is plastic? A plastic is an oil-based product. So it's burning this nasty, nasty off gas that one breath of it, you're on the ground. You can't do anything. Like all of this is all plastic.
Yeah.
The cushion is a form of plastic.
You've told me this before.
Yeah, it's just a different form of plastic. And so
when that stuff burns,
it burns way more toxic. The smoke is black, like just you can't see through it black. But back in the day, when everything was made out of wood
and cloth,
it was natural combustibles. These are artificial things. And so, you're not, when you're just saying fires are up or fires are down,
but
firefighters,
the fires are worse.
they're way worse. They're 100 times worse. They're way hotter. They're way nastier. I mean, think about the fact that back in the day, most firefighters didn't have pants. There weren't firefighter pants. It was just a really long trench coat that had like a fire retardant on it.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if you go into a fire now without proper equipment, you're dead.
You're burned up.
You're burned up. So yeah, good job at looking half of the problem or whatever. Fantastic. You did such a good job. We applaud you. Link to his video down below so that you can see how dumb he is.
I'm not listening to anybody with a pet lizard either. That's just, he has a cat and lizard.
You did
I'll
way
never
more
listen
research
to
than I did about
I watched the first half of the video.
He talked about a cat and a lizard.
His house almost burned down like 3 months ago. And after all that tearing the fire department up, he said, thanks. Like, I'm glad y'all came.
I just wish you would have had less people and got here. Like,
Slower,
it would have took you longer to get here. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. I'm glad.
He's
glad
an
he put
ignorant
that up.
moron. That's just,
Yep.
Episode 27. That
It
was
was a
fun.
good one. Yeah.
We're going to have a guest in here soon.
Hopefully.
Again.
Yeah.
The guy that always sends us stuff, Colin, he got engaged yesterday.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Colin and Amanda.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're happy for you guys.
Yeah.
You're going to live a long life with each other.
With good teeth.
So they'll have good teeth.
She's a dentist.
Yeah. She was the person that commented after the dentist episode that we didn't know what we were talking about. And it's true. We don't.
Still don't.
I have no idea.
I just know what the dentist did.
I just know what my thoughts are. I don't know the truth.
The dentist said my teeth were fine. I hadn't been to the dentist in 20 years. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But episode 27, thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
Hit us up on all the platforms we're on. You know what they are. Call us, text us, send us something.
Yeah.
But
Get
other than
ready
that,
for next week.
Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.